pretty, very pretty. But the NARS one will always have my heart.
Oh,
Always.
yes. All right. Did you start recording?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
I get strong by Norris.
I know. We were
Something's
talking about
gonna be there again.
foundations, but I'm trying to get rid of all the foundations.
Me too.
I ordered the Makeup Forever one, and both shades are not my match. So
Do you have a lighter shade by chance?
I need a medium shade.
Hmm.
The in between shade.
Mix them together.
No, I'm not doing that.
We
I
shouldn't
work
have
hard.
to mix.
No,
we should just have our
I
shade.
know
It's very
exactly.
annoying.
There was another shade that I wanted to try, and I think that would have been much like perfect. But the only problem was, you know how I say it, like they had mini size.
Yeah.
So they didn't have that available in
Of
mini
course.
size. So I was like, I don't want to buy the whole big one.
What was the shade called? Do you remember?
It's 3Y, 3
Oh, right. I forgot they were
something
like
like that.
Y6,
Yeah.
8. Yeah.
So, but I thought maybe that might not be good because it had yellow undertone.
I feel like back in the day, I used to get Y342, Y2
something.
something.
Y422.
Y2K, yes.
For me, I think it was Y422.
That sounds right.
But I don't know.
Love
But I want to try it.
Yeah.
I want to try that one. So I have to go to Sephora this weekend to get it.
Definitely worth
Return at least this one. But I didn't try the lighter shade because it looks light. I was like, but I don't know if should I try it? What if it oxidizes?
It might oxidize. Is this a new formulation? I forget.
Yeah, it's supposed to be new formula. So I want to try it. But anyways, do you guys have any plans for Valentine's Day? I know you're
parade.
Oh yeah, but
Parade.
I mean you're not going with your wife, so what
Are you guys going to
doing?
dinner?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Don't know yet.
Did you get her a gift?
Yes.
What'd you get her?
It's like one of those like fake or no, not fake, like a real preserved rose or whatever.
Very sweet. Very
So
sweet.
cute.
Love it.
So cute.
What about you? Did you get your husband anything? Did he get you anything yet?
He usually gets me chocolate covered strawberries every year. And
So
I was like,
exciting.
that's good.
Yes.
But he also got me this pottery class lessons that I wanted to try.
I like
so I'm gonna sign up for that.
Is he going with you?
No.
Something you have to experience on your own.
Yeah, I don't want him to come anyways.
Yes. They ruin the vibe. They ruin the vibe.
I exactly. I want that for myself.
Yeah.
It's alone.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. But what about you? It's your first anniversary too.
Tomorrow is our first wedding anniversary. I'm very excited. We're headed to Niagara Falls in the cold.
I know. You have to let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. But I didn't get anything from him yet. Very sad.
He's always really good. Carlos is always really good at
He got
surprising.
me flowers for like everything, like sent to our job. Like,
oh my god, yes. And we would be like, oh my god, our husbands don't send us anything. And I even told Adit, I was like, Adit, Jenny's husband, like boyfriend at that time.
Yes.
It's like he always sends something. And I was like, you never send. He's like, I'm giving it to you when you come home. And I was like, but why not at work? He's like, what difference does it make? You just want to show people that I was like,
you know what? He's right.
Fine.
It's
He's
so
right.
expensive.
He's
Oh,
right.
and like all that money you could have saved, we could have had a house by now.
I know. But he used to send really good flowers.
Yeah, it did make my day though.
I know.
And it was awkward and embarrassing too at the same time because people looked at you like.
And then security will call you like,
you know what?
There's something for you at the front desk, and she would have to go and grab that.
So I would hate people would be like, who are those from? Like they didn't know I had a boyfriend. Like, what does that mean? I don't know. I always took it wrong.
None of your business.
Yeah, like your husband. No, I'm just kidding.
But he always give really good gifts too.
Yeah,
so
he's a good guy.
Yeah. You got a good one.
Yeah, you do too.
I know.
A great one.
All right. Do you want to start?
In rock, paper, scissors again?
Are you actually going to participate though?
I know. Are you going to participate?
No,
you're like like you're a dead person. Like, come on.
You were a Debbie Downer.
Let's try it.
Well, you got to introduce.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Takes from Below. This is Ken.
This is Aayushi.
This is Jenny.
All right, guys. Today's episode, we are recording. Theme is Valentine's Day drama. So let's see who gets to go first. Who wants to go first? Do you want to do?
You two.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors.
Ooh.
One shoe. Wait, no. Rock, paper,
Scissors,
scissors.
shoe.
Shoe.
But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just did it big. I was like, okay, there is no shoe.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
You won.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah. I just stuck with the rock.
I read your mind though. All right, guys. So my story is from r/am I the asshole. The username is u/recognition decent 366. The title is Am I the asshole for embarrassing my husband in front of random strangers?
Embarrassing yourself in front of random strangers.
My husband.
Oh, your husband.
Yeah.
Yee.
Kind of, yeah.
Ooh, oh, I'm very excited.
I mean, I don't know the whole story,
Yeah,
but
right. We
like,
never know, but just based on the title.
I know, but I also like, wouldn't do that to my husband. It
No matter the situation, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at that point, something's up. You know, get in the house and then situate it out.
But also, I'm thinking about my husband as an adult, right? Like, what would he do to piss me off? To him,
it had to be like major.
I know, but exactly, and I don't think he would do that. So that's why I'm like, it's very hard for me to.
I think it depends on what type of embarrassment is too.
Exactly. So it depends on what happened.
Let's see.
But so far, yes.
Okay. My husband, 31, told me last night that his boss asked him to pick up an extra shift today because of the short staffing. He said, I'm really sorry. I have to work on Valentine's Day. It did bother me, but it is what it is. We don't do anything over the top for Valentine's Day anyways.
This is cheesy.
You're like, then my mind's like, right now
I'm like, yes, you are not a asshole.
So we just have movies and cuddle and whatever, but this year is different. We have a 6-month-old daughter. So it did bother me, but I just let it go. His work schedule is 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. He has worked at the same company for 9 years, and his schedule has never changed, and neither has his break time. I want to point this out ahead of time. So my vehicle was at the shop, and it wasn't due to be done until the 16th, but he finished up today and gave me a call around 11. So I walked with my daughter to go collect my vehicle. Nothing big. After I grab the vehicle, I go to the gas station, which has a small restaurant side. To my surprise, I see my husband's truck. Now he works 45 minutes in the opposite direction, so even if it was his lunch break, which it wasn't, he wouldn't have been able to make it to this restaurant. I go inside and find him sitting at the table with his mom. Built it up.
Yeah.
Now, this shouldn't be a big issue, but him and I just agreed to go no contact with this woman a month ago because she physically slapped my daughter in the face and left a red mark because my daughter, who is again 6 months, bit down on her arm and she was cutting teeth. So I walked up to the table and asked him how work was going, and he stood up to me and said, I'm sorry, I just wanted to have lunch with my mom for Valentine's Day. So I said, you want to have lunch with the witch who slapped your infant daughter across your face? Go ahead and have your lunch, but do not come home. Go stay with mommy. There were 2 other couples sitting close by who started shooting daggers at him and his mom, and one of them gasped and said, oh my God, while giving my mother-in-law a dirty look. Supposedly I didn't see, but this is what he told me after. He followed me out to my vehicle as I was walking off and said, it's not like I'm allowing her to go near our daughter. I shouldn't have ever lied to you about having lunch with my mom to begin with. All of this is fucking pathetic, and then you go to embarrass me in front of the entire restaurant. So I said, I'd be more embarrassed that you're hanging out with the child abuser, but to each their own, and get in my vehicle and leave. I then went onto the joint bank account and froze it after seeing a $400 purchase from his mother's favorite store. I turned it off because more than half of that is my money. I work full time. Anyways, I call my friend because I'm just fuming at this point because he made the agreement to go no contact with this woman, and then he ditches me and his daughter on Valentine's Day with a lie about working just to hang out with her. But my friend says I'm being the overdramatic one and that I should have just left it alone and confronted him in private. Am I the asshole?
I don't think so. Because I don't think she created drama on purpose. She was just fuming because he lied. 2, he's meeting a woman who hit my daughter. Like, you know?
That's also his mother too.
Oof. I get it. It's his mother too. But like, mother or not, I don't care. Even if it's my own mother. If someone raises a hand on my kid, I'm gonna eat you. Like,
I get the idea of not having it around the baby. Yes. But
yeah, but
cutting
I don't
it
know.
off completely from
Well, then he should
from your
have
mom and
said
his
it at
son. Add it up.
he should have said it at that point. Then I'm sorry, but I will not let her come close to our daughter, but I will meet her outside of the house. He should not have said, okay, I agree to not have any contact with her.
I mean, it also depends on the situation at the time because one, she was probably pissed as hell. Which I mean,
But wouldn't
I,
you be pissed if
I'm
your
not
mom
saying no.
hits
Like
your
I said,
kid
I'm
who's like
not saying no.
not
She
even
doesn't have the
6,
right
maybe
to
4
be.
months?
I'm not saying she doesn't have the right to be, but at the same time, he probably at the time he probably just went along with it as well because just in that
Then
heat of the
he could have
moment.
revisited instead of lying about it. You know how I hate about lies.
Mm. She gives a
Have
little
a
bit.
discussion about it and she could be even going PPD. You don't know. She might be
Mhm.
still having baby blues because postpartum or like 6 months postpartum, right? Like
Yeah.
she could be having a lot of issues. And I'm just saying, I would be pissed if someone raises their hand at my daughter or my kid,
She
any
gives a
of my
little
kid.
bit more context about like the situation when it happened. And she said, when she slapped my daughter, I ended up leaving with my baby. She picked a fight with me when I told her to get out. And therefore, I left instead because she wasn't listening to me or my husband to tell her to leave. He said he called the cops and they took a statement and later stated it was word of mouth and they weren't pursuing it. I now have my doubts about him ever calling the cops. I just like, why did he be the one to be like, let's go, no contact?
Just like how hard she hit the baby because left the red marks on
Yeah.
baby's. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's a little bit
mean,
too
first of
much.
all, if baby bit you, she's teething. Like that also makes me question, like, was he abused as a child?
Right.
Because if she doesn't think there is anything wrong with hitting a baby,
Do,
Maybe
this is
that's how
stupid
the son
question.
grew up.
Yeah,
hmm?
true.
That's how the son sort of grew
Maybe
up.
that's why he doesn't
That's
see
why
anything
he.
wrong having contact with her.
Maybe.
I
Do
don't
babies
care.
have
I
teeth
would.
at 6 months?
They start no, so
Okay.
they start.
Like
I mean,
teething.
yes, they start
I mean,
teething. So it
it's
starts
like
trying
barely
to.
comes out.
So she didn't feel pain, right? Like it doesn't hurt?
It
Oh, it
hurts.
does hurt.
Yeah, when they bite your finger,
Yeah,
Oh,
cause
okay.
like
even if there's no
it's like
teeth, but it's
like
those
their
gums still
jaws,
there.
like their
It's
jaws.
strong.
Yes,
Oh,
they're getting hard and strong. So they're like
gotcha.
they're just trying to chew and get that like.
Bite
That's
on
why you
anything
give
they can.
teether, like cool teether that helps them because they're
Oh,
cutting through and it's very painful,
I didn't
right, for
know.
kids.
Oh,
So maybe that's why they need teether, right? And
mhm.
it helps. And maybe that's why baby just like grabbed her hand or something. You never know.
Hmm. And also, why did he have to go to dinner with her on Valentine's Day? Like, come
I
on.
know.
Like, just go
I
another
know.
day if you're gonna sneak around. It's just so messed up, really.
Maybe it was
And
after
he
school
works
work
like
day.
10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Was he gonna spend the whole day with her?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And that's first Valentine's Day with your kid. Like,
right,
you don't want to
exactly.
spend first Valentine's Day with your own daughter?
Yeah. It's like so messed up.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah, I
care.
had it planned for the weekend.
I remember like my mom just jokingly did this to Ayan. Like just this. Okay. It was not hitting or something. It was jokingly like she's like this, like, you know? And I was like, don't do that to my kid.
Ooh.
Don't you ever do that. I don't approve of that. Don't do it.
Yeah. That must have been hard to say to your mom, though.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm
But,
saying.
like,
Like,
that's your boundary.
regardless of whoever it is, nobody's doing anything to my kid.
Yeah.
Not even raising a finger at my kid. If you have problem with my kid, come and tell me and I'll discipline him. You don't do anything.
Makes sense.
Because I didn't do that to my own son. You don't have any right. If I don't raise my hand on my son, why are you raising hand on my kid?
Yeah, I agree.
That's the boundary. I don't care.
I guess so. Makes sense.
So I don't know. That's for me either no contact for me if someone hits my kid.
Yeah, and I'm guessing she probably did other terrible things too. Not that that's not, like,
Yeah, I'm
super
pretty sure.
terrible, but she sounds like a
And
terrible woman.
she said like even they told her to leave and she wasn't leaving.
Exactly.
I don't know.
And everyone in the comments is just saying, "Not the asshole." This is, like, a year old.
Yeah.
And, yeah, everyone's just really disgusted. I'm trying to see if anyone thinks that she is the asshole for
I don't
embarrassing
think
her
anybody
husband.
will think that just because of how the scenario is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know how
I
some
would
people like,
I
moms
mean,
and their
yes,
mother-in-laws.
because like for me, I feel like if I was in that situation, I wouldn't even think about like, oh, this is gonna create a drama in public space. I would be just so fuming
Yeah.
that I would be like, oh my God, like this guy doesn't even think that his mom is wrong. His mom is the one who hit our child, and he's having Valentine's Day lunch or brunch, whatever it is, with his mom. On top of it, he lied to us, and it's first Valentine's Day with his daughter,
Yeah.
and he decided to spend with a woman who hit our child.
Yeah. Anyone would go crazy over that. Like,
I don't know. I think you totally have different idea. I know. You're
mean,
thinking as in like, oh, my mom, I'm not gonna
yeah, I mean, I
break
get
any contact.
yeah, I mean, I get it from her. I mean, I'm not saying that she's the Yale either. She's definitely not because of whatever situation that had happened. Yeah, she said it in the heat of the moment, and she also has her own belief about it, but at the same time, to also believe that, or I mean, what the husband actually is the one who said we're going to cut it off, right?
he
Yeah, I mean,
is.
that's I don't know what he was thinking to say that to begin
Right.
with. He's the one who said it, but I wonder if it was sort of forced out of his mouth or what.
Hmm. How about her friends being like, you're overreacting and being overdramatic?
No, I think I guess friend is just trying to be like, oh, you could have just talked to him when he got home instead of like creating a scene in public. But I don't think she meant it like you're wrong in
Yeah,
Yeah,
like no
maybe.
contact. I think she's just saying like you should have just talked to him at home instead of
exactly.
creating a
Yeah.
drama
Creating a
in front of
drama
a
in the
public.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think her question is, am I the asshole for career? But I mean, yes, you might be wrong about like low contact or like maybe not having a low contact with the parent. But do you think she's an asshole for getting angry and saying all that stuff in a public space?
Not especially when he's the one who said we're going to cut it off.
Mm,
Mm.
Then no, she's not the asshole
yeah.
because he's the one who said it. And I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes.
at least if the way she's putting it, if it did play out the way it did play out as she's writing it, and he is the one who said it, no, we're cutting the ties off, then yes. Unless maybe that dinner was more of a reach out from her mom trying to make amends. I don't know. We don't know the
I don't
situation.
know. If he spent it $400 at mom's favorite
Right.
store, then I feel like they've been in contact for a while.
Yeah.
And he decided to spend a whole day. If it was like, hey, I'm reaching out to you, let's meet real quick and talk about it, then it won't be like whole day,
Hmm.
right? Because he said like
Yeah.
my schedule changed and I have to work on this day, and she said it's 10 a.m. to 8
10
p.m.
to 8,
Like
yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
long shift.
Everyone's saying not the asshole, but we did get an everyone sucks here.
Kind of. I can see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But everyone's saying divorce worthy. Do you guys think it's divorce worthy?
No. I don't
Maybe
think so.
just get the counselor.
No,
Couples
I think
Counseling.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think
couples
it's divorce
counseling, but I
worthy.
don't think so. But I would still be against having any contact with the parent though. Like at least like if you want, go ahead, meet your mom outside of the house. Don't bring her in.
Yeah.
And never taking my daughter to meet her. So my daughter out for dinner and then meeting with the mom. I don't want that. So exactly.
Heck
So
no.
that would be another. If that happens, then I would say divorce worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, no. Maybe just go couple counseling. All right, let's move on.
All right. Rock, paper, again. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh my God, you were talking wrong, and I was like, you know what? Why not?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Aha.
That was good.
I should have done the paper, but I was like, you know what? We did that.
Yes.
I can't. I have to do it. All right. So my story is from r/relationship advice, and username is u/prettykitty192. Story is 6 years old. Um, there is no am I the asshole or anything. It's just dumped before Valentine's Day. That's the title.
Yikes.
Always yikes.
I know. So It's 11:09 p.m. on February 13th. Less than an hour until Valentine's Day, and my boyfriend of 7 years, who I had a big plans with for tomorrow, just texted me out of nowhere and said, "Our relationship is over." No explanation, nothing. Then he blocked my number and all social media accounts. Needless to say, I'm super confused and completely devastated. How am I supposed to survive Valentine's Day? It's always been our day. We have always done something big and extravagant because Valentine's Day is our anniversary. And I just feel crushed. Some people have suggested I have a girls' night, but I don't have really any friends that live near me. She meant as in I don't have any friends that lives near me. And I really don't want to have a night to myself. It just feels so cold and lonely. Any advice? And then there is a edit. Um, um, it says forgot to mention. Not that it's super important to this specific situation, but him and I have a 2-year-old son together.
Ooh.
So it's not just me that this is going to affect. It's going to impact our son's life too.
I mean, he's the asshole for breaking over a text.
Yeah, like what the
I was like,
And 2-year-old
7 years
son.
and a baby?
yeah,
What?
over a text.
But then why are they not living together?
They're not? Is that what it
It's a, why would,
Right, 'cause, like,
otherwise,
how can he
yeah.
just like, he's gonna come home.
Mhm.
That's weird. Maybe they're very young.
Uh, there's a couple more edits. Let's go.
Okay.
So edit number 2 is a lot of people are asking our age
Mhm.
and why we don't live together. There you go.
There we go.
I am 20-year-old. He's
Mhm.
22-year-old.
Damn.
And we don't live together because we were given an eviction notice a few days before Christmas telling us we had to vacate the premises by January 1st. It was such a short notice, and right at Christmas time, we had absolutely no money for a new apartment, so we moved in with my parents. He lasted about 2 weeks with my parents' house before deciding he couldn't live with them. He said it made him feel uncomfortable, so he moved back home with his family, almost 2 hours away from me and our son. Oh, now I'm wondering if
Is
he
that it?
found someone.
Is
Yeah,
that
there is another edit.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
No.
I was gonna say
They can't
it
leave us
definitely seems
hanging.
like there's
Yeah.
more drama that
Yeah, there
is
has to be
involved
another family.
prior to this,
It has to be.
Yeah.
and
She
it's not out of the blue.
no,
It can't be.
definitely
No.
not. Maybe she just doesn't see it. So edit number 3, my son was only in this post so people could understand that I'm not. Please stop giving me shit for having a kid at 18. That was my decision, not yours. Oh, and just so you assholes that were harassing me for getting evicted, no, we didn't get evicted for not paying our rent. We got evicted because he invited friends over and they were smoking weed in the apartment whenever my son and I weren't around. We live in New York where weed isn't legal.
It's not, right?
Well, this is 6 years ago, so it's
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
so
things
yeah,
are
never
different
mind.
back.
So
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
So honestly, he's lucky
It's
we
not-
only got evicted and he didn't end up in jail, or worse, we lose our we lose our kid. So I'm not irresponsible for spending money on a trip months ago and getting evicted. This is a very weird story, though.
Wait, she doesn't give us any more context?
That's it.
Are
That's
you
it.
kidding me?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there is an update
No, there has to be.
because I want to know, did she ever found it?
what?
Why did he
Why
left?
he left?
No,
He
why
had to
he
have
left?
another family,
No, I don't think he
another
had another family.
relationship.
No, I
Mhm.
think it was just more of he just couldn't handle the situation that they were in. That maybe, yeah, it
But they
was
were
her choice to or have the baby, but maybe to get pregnant was not by choice.
that's
You know what I mean? Sense
No, she
being
said
getting
like
pregnant was not by choice, but after they got pregnant, keeping the baby
keeping
was
the
her
board.
choice.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because one of the comment, the actual comment is why did you have a kid so young?
Mm-hmm.
And someone say her response was like, condom broke, I got pregnant, and I don't believe in abortion. Regardless, my son
There
is
you
the
go.
best thing ever to ever happen to me.
So he sort of got stuck in the situation,
Yeah.
and he's
But
like,
it's still 7 years since they've been dating, and she's 20.
yeah.
They've been dating since she's 13?
That's how old is he?
22.
Oh, okay.
So he was
That's
what,
not
15?
terrible, but damn, so young.
So for high school
15? I don't know.
sweethearts.
15, 13 still
Middle
sounds
school
wrong to me.
sweethearts.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Oh
That's
my God.
crazy. But I'm upset we're not gonna know.
I know. And he just blocked her number, blocked her
Yeah.
social media, everything.
He's like, I want a fresh start in life. I'm going to college. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm done with you guys.
I
Wait,
think there
22.
definitely was more drama
Mhm.
in between both their lives. I feel like where he's like, all right, I can't, I'm done, sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, the boyfriend's definitely the hope for breaking it over a text.
Yeah.
So someone said, have you ever cheated on him? The only reason I could see him doing this is because he either found someone else or he found out you were unfaithful. Regardless, should have had enough respect to tell you what is going on based off the fact that you have a child together, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the same thing. He probably
Yeah.
cheating. Her response is, I have never cheated on him, but I did find out a few days ago that the first 2 years of our relationship, he was cheating on and off. It hurts, but I let it go because we were kids and it was years ago. I
The
mean,
first 2 years is like middle school.
Yeah, right? That's what
Yo,
you do to hold someone else's hand.
that's the same thing. I was like, wait, first 2 years ago. Like, so 15,
Damn.
16,
Yeah, that's
17,
what I
he's
said.
cheating
So
on
young.
you and you just find out about it. Is she making this story up?
Yeah,
Is this even
seems
real?
real. Like it seems like some
Oh, guess what?
what?
I just scrolled and someone was like, this is a fake post, right? Your priorities are out of order. First, you add your kid to your post as an afterthought. You're more worried about how this ghosting is going to affect you and your holiday. Secondly, you say you got evicted, and instead of saving your money to get your own place and give your child his family back, you spend hundreds of dollars on a vacation for you too. Come on, either you are selfish or this is a fake post, which is true. You were worried about that is true because she
She's
was like, "Oh, what am I
20-year-old,
gonna do
bro.
on Valentine's Day alone?"
I
Da, da,
That's
know,
the whole point. She's 20
yeah.
years old. Or 20, whatever, 21,
Yeah,
20
but still.
something.
And then her response is not a fake post. My kid was added as an afterthought because I didn't think it was important for everyone to know originally. I wasn't asking advice on how to handle it with my son, mainly because he's too little to understand what's going on. And I planned this trip last August, so it's not like I just woke up and decided instead of paying bills or getting an apartment, I'm going to go on a vacation. This was planned months ago. None of this makes me selfish. Okay. It does make
Yeah,
you
the
selfish.
situation is weird.
Someone did ask her about the age thing. Started dating when I was 13 and he was 15. So now we are 20 and he's 22.
Yeah, middle school.
And we
So
talked about getting
crazy.
married, but obviously not happening right now.
Duh.
Clearly.
Now Valentine's Day is ruined for her for the rest of her life.
So it's funny. Her first comment was like, we weren't even fighting, right? We weren't even fighting though. Things have been so great. He even suggested a few weeks ago that we take the next step in our relationship and get engaged. His idea, not mine. And now, just out of nowhere, he literally just said, "I can't do this anymore. Bye," and then blocked.
Oh my god, what if he was murdered and someone took his phone and is pretending to be him and like is covering up their tracks?
Wait, what?
Well, we watch true crime.
I was
We
gonna
know
say, I was
that
like,
stuff
what?
like that
Where
has
are you
happened.
going with that?
Yo, have you
Where
guys seen?
are you
No,
going
but
with
like
this?
no. Have you seen the show called Killer Stalker Murder?
I think that's where I got it from. Isn't that something
No.
It's
like
something
that
similar.
happened?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
No
yo, you
idea.
gotta see it.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm just saying
god,
it could be something crazy.
you need to
never
see
know.
that was a crazy, and it's a real story, by the way.
See? It could so happen.
Yo,
Someone like
Interesting.
killed him and is covering the tracks.
Yeah, I think this seems way too far fetched.
No. It's possible. You know what? Now I'm like, what if that happened? But then she
So who's a
didn't.
murderer then?
You never
Parents.
know.
Girl's parents. Like, I don't
His
like you.
other girlfriend. The
Or
one
maybe
he
she
cheated
has
on.
a friend who's probably
Jealous.
into her. You know, I
Yeah.
don't know.
But if she's into him, then why would
Get rid of her.
yeah, we would get rid of her. But then it could be there's a guy that likes her and he wants the boyfriend out of the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yo.
I mean,
But
that's
anyways.
So
that's
many
way
possibilities.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
way
We
far
got a
fetched.
murder on our
But
hands.
It is very far fetched.
very
But
far
yo,
fetched.
I mean, 7 years of dating. Just message your mother-in-law or his
Right.
parents or someone. Like you should have something.
I mean, there's definitely more. The way she's saying, "Oh, there was no sign before."
And
I
then
mean, there
she said,
definitely is because
no.
he
She
moved
said,
out of their house.
No. She said we weren't even fighting or anything, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Things
saying.
were going great. He
No, there
asked
was
for
not going great.
he asked for engagement. That's what she said. But then, like that was her first comment to someone. But then, as you scroll, you can see the other comment. The after all this, there's another comment saying, "Oh, 2 days ago, I found out that." Few days ago or a couple days ago, she found out recently that
He was
he's
cheating
been
the first
cheating
2
on her.
years,
So
Yeah,
you're
the
saying
first
you
year.
never got angry about it?
or never confronted him.
Exactly. I don't know. Maybe she made it up. I found a fake story, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
I think this might be a fake story.
I don't know if it's a fake story, but I think she posted it to a point, try to get some sympathy.
Mm-hmm. And she wasn't getting it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Reddit can be harsh on you sometimes. But anyways, I feel like she tricked me, so I'm over it.
Yeah. But see, that's what you get for not reading now.
I know. I should have next time I learned my lesson. I'm not gonna go blind anymore.
But it's fun that you did that. Like, I want to do that for next time. It's just like a fun title and see
I
what
know.
you get.
But I thought like there was like almost like 10,000 upvotes. I was like, it has to be
Every time,
good.
like, what
Has
the
to be
heck is
something good.
happening?
Why 10,000 upvotes?
Yeah.
But this was probably juicy story 60 years
I'm
ago.
sure.
Right?
Wait, in 6 years, she hasn't updated it. Like,
I know.
that's crazy.
The
Oh my
kid
God.
is like 80 years old now.
Yeah.
Come on. Did the kid got daddy back? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, this
Or
is
did
so
he got
strange.
different stepdad? I need an
Probably.
update.
Probably said a different stepdad.
Oh, or did you ever got hold of him? Not.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
We should look up like
Yeah,
news
comment or
articles to
DM
see if
us.
anyone reported something like this.
Is there any death 6 years ago,
Yeah.
2 hours away from
Yeah,
New York?
Valentine's Day, 2-year-old, like all the facts and see what we get.
You guys are
Yeah,
nuts.
but what if his body was never found? Because remember the
Right? Oh my God, we need to know.
You guys are
yeah, if
nuts.
you gotta see
I'm
that
sorry, it was the
documentary,
first
You guys
thought.
are
I'm like,
nuts.
oh,
you really need to look at that documentary. Watch it.
what if
I
we're
don't do
right?
You know what?
documentaries.
That's your homework. We'll discuss about it next episode.
Nope,
But now
I
you
don't
get
do documentaries.
Why
I'll pass.
not?
I don't know. I can't. I can't do documentaries.
Carlos
He's
is
so
like that too,
boring.
and I hate
Too
it.
slow.
I hate it.
it's the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like they're not
yeah.
interested. I think it's a man thing. They're not interested.
I think it's like a woman's thing. Women are so
Yeah,
much
we
into true
love
crime for
documentaries.
some reason.
We'd watch
Like
that since we
watching
were
true
children.
crime stories, and they're different versus watching documentaries.
That-
Like if you're watching like a true
but
crime
it's
show,
a
Yeah, but
documentary.
it's
versus
kind
if
of
you're watching documentary.
Okay, it is a true crime show.
Yeah.
It's not really a documentary. It is true crime.
Yeah.
It's actual crime that happened. It is real people, and they're talking about how they investigated and what happened and everything.
But are they like role playing it, so to speak? It
No, there is no role
or
playing.
is
No, there is no role
talking?
playing. There is no role playing.
So
But
it's like a podcast.
yeah, it is kind of podcast.
Oh, so that's what you don't like about it, the role play?
No, like I
When
don't
they
know.
do like the cringy like
Exactly.
do-overs.
I
Yeah.
No, that's so
know.
true.
It's
No,
like-
it is
it's not a story. There's no actor, nobody playing it or nothing. It's just like some slideshows off like pictures or whatever.
that.
Oh, you want?
No, I don't want that.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't want the slideshow. I don't
Okay.
want the
So
slow,
what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
like actual story.
So
Right.
that's what it. That's
No, like an
that's what it
acting
is.
out, not just like pictures of like old newspapers and talking about this what happened, this what happened.
Just watch it, man. Give it a try. Like, oh my god, he's been so difficult. Like, Oh my God.
Hey, you
Anyway,
asked me what I like, all right?
Right.
just give it a try. I don't give stupid show suggestions. Trust me.
Uh-huh.
You need to try it out one time.
Uh-huh. Hey, you think my shows are stupid anyway, too, so.
Which
But
is
but at least as a good friend, I give it a try.
but what shows is it?
And then I go back and say it's stupid instead of before rejecting his idea. But okay.
You have to tell us one of the shows.
I don't know. I'm just in general. No, with her, yeah.
He doesn't even like shows, first of all.
Yeah, I do.
You can't even think of a show
Hardly
right now.
you just recently, like I would say, like what, few years ago you started watching shows, otherwise
Well,
you were
yeah.
always into movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you're talking about right now. I'm talking about like 5 years ago. I'm talking about right now. Right now, yeah, I like
Doesn't matter,
shows.
but you just but you still don't watch that many shows compared to movies. You prefer movies over shows, don't you?
Yes, unless, yeah. But I
No,
prefer,
don't get in technicality.
between the two,
like,
yes. Between the two, I prefer movies.
yes, exactly. Yes or no, and there is no yes or no. Just yes
I don't
or
like
no.
shows when there's not a whole season to watch.
Mhm.
I can't do 1 hour today and then a week later another episode.
But let's just move on. That's
All
fine.
right.
But give it a
Yep.
try. Give it a try, that show. And then
Okay.
I'll tell you another one. You gotta see Sweet Bobby.
I
That
think I might have
What's
seen
a
that one.
Sweet Bobby?
See, that's a documentary. True crime,
Wait, Sweet Bobby. Sweet Bobby.
catfish nightmare.
Yeah, I saw that one. I thought it was all right. All right,
Let's
so
move on.
my story is posted on AITAH. Username, well, user's being deleted. So,
Oh,
So
don't
account has
explain.
been
deleted for
deleted.
you.
yeah. But the story is there. I mean, the story itself had about, 4,000 upvote with like over 2,000 comments, and it's 11 months old. So title is, Am I the asshole for completely ignoring Valentine's Day because of our dead bedroom and not entertaining my wife when she expressed that it upset her?
Yes.
Yeah.
No wonder why you have that bedroom.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have put an effort, and it might not have been that bedroom at that day.
Right. Men don't understand that they need to put effort in.
Effort, like, yeah,
to
for
work out.
women, it
Yeah.
takes a lot. You
I think it
know,
goes both ways, but
I know, but I'm just saying, women need more. Like, they have to be emotionally, mentally, physically prepared for it.
But if you're not doing what you need to do, the woman's not going to want to do
Yeah.
anything at all.
then what if you were doing it for a while and there was no response on the opposite side?
We'll have to see what the situation is.
Exactly.
Like,
We have to see it. But from the
Yeah.
title, I feel like
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the story is, my wife are in our early 30s and have a dead bedroom. She lost her libido over the years, and I can positively confirm that this isn't the person I agreed to marry in the first place. I try to get her help, but she hardly follows through on a suggested course of action, whether it be couples therapy or individual ones. I feel like I don't love her anymore, and in my culture, divorce is a taboo. So I'm essentially stuck in this marriage. I hate how she doesn't even try. She would have all the time in the world to complain about her manager, complain about her weight, but wouldn't do anything about it. Trying to improve intimacy and getting her to do stuff is like beating a dead horse. So I withdrew. It started by stopping texting her, I love you, beautiful, every day when I'm at work. And then I stopped giving her foot rubs and back rubs, stopped making date plans. Then it came to a head when I completely ignored the Valentine's Day and didn't get her anything. It was just like any other day to me. She confronted me, and was terribly upset about this. I asked her, has she done anything to make me want to love her? Why should I be coerced into giving you affection I don't want to give? Like, why should I care about what she wants when that care isn't reciprocated? Maybe this is vindictive, but I'm delusional by her and disappointed in her for giving up completely on intimate part of our relationship. We cannot stand each other, and she does not acknowledge me. Am I the asshole?
Very tough decision.
I think they
The
both
question
suck.
is, they both.
Yeah.
But I feel like, is there any question? Anybody ask question like, did she had a baby or was there weight
Right.
gain or something? Because
I think there was weight gain.
Yeah, she
There
mentioned
was
something about
yeah, he
he
did say
mentioned
weight gain, but like, is there like weight gain after the pregnancy? Because
maybe she's just tired from working a full-time job.
full-time
Maybe he
job,
doesn't do
and then,
anything around the house. Like
but that's what I'm saying. Like, there could be a lot of
there could be a lot of
things.
things.
She's always tired because she has to pick up like slack at home,
Exactly, like a hormone thing,
and
like
maybe she's also not feeling
good about
good
herself.
about herself
Yeah,
because she gained weight.
that could be it.
She's not feeling beautiful herself, so she's not, doesn't matter whatever the person says, if she doesn't feel beautiful, she's not gonna feel beautiful.
And he stopped doing things for her, so that probably makes her feel worse.
Yeah, but he stopped, he's, according to him, he stopped because she wasn't
there was nothing on the
reciprocating,
opposite
right?
side.
Like, she wasn't responding or anything
Yeah.
after that. But
It was just more just
she could be
complaints
also
and
going
nothing.
from like mental health issues, like depression
Yeah,
or
there's so
something.
much.
Yeah, but at the same time, he asked her to go for like therapies, individuals, or even couples therapy. She's not following through with it,
Yeah, well, how
so
many
she's not
people do
seeking
we
help.
know? How many people do we know? They don't.
But they should.
I know, but how old is the story too?
11 months.
11
Oh,
months.
that's
Yeah.
not
Yeah. So
A
last
lot of
year, last
people,
Valentine.
I mean, I know so many people, they still doesn't, they think going to therapy is not a good thing.
Yeah.
They're idiots. No
And
offense.
I know, but I know so many of them, and they think like, oh, nothing's wrong with you. Why do you need therapy? It's just like, and the cultural, if he's saying I'm from the culture where getting a divorce is a taboo, he's clearly coming from like probably South Asian side or somewhere, right?
Mm.
So, and in that culture, going to therapy is
That's
also
also
a taboo or whatever. Like, oh, she's going to therapy, she's crazy, and like,
yeah.
like, um, so maybe
So
that could be the other reason that she doesn't want to go.
if they don't believe in divorce, how does this end? What do they do? Kill each
Basically, he's
other?
saying like, exactly, but
They're stuck.
that's not, they're
Yeah.
stuck. But at least he should go to individual therapy.
Yeah.
If she's not, he should, and I'm pretty sure the therapist would help him figure out a way to bring her in.
So one of there is an edits on there, based on the comments that was received. Edit says, "Wow, I came here fully expecting to be eviscerated and destroyed in the comment section. Turns out there's a lot of support, and I appreciate that gratefully. Like anyone, I came here and have to be shively admit that I thought it'll be argumentative with some people here because at least I can justify away my assholeness if it's there, being right or whining. At least that'll be more cathartic than talking to my wife about our relationship issues. At least I know a lot of you can see how I feel." One of the top comments on that was, "If you guys can't stand each other, you need to get a divorce.
Yeah.
The culture stuff
Yeah.
doesn't matter against the two people spending their entire life unhappy. This isn't a dress rehearsal. This is
Yeah.
your one life. You should be happy."
So tough.
That is so true. Why do you ever want to waste your time in
Yeah.
something that you're not really happy, or trying to fight for something that you think it's never gonna change? But I think she's definitely going through something. And if her libido is down, she can also go to sex therapy.
That's true. It seems like she doesn't want to make the
She doesn't
effort
want
Yeah.
to do this.
But also, like, it also makes me question, like, if everything was good before the marriage, right?
right.
Like
Like he says.
for like he says, right? But then I'm like, what changed?
Right after the
Like, what changed? Because like, for women to give up, there has to be a
I know.
lot of stuff that she has done, and maybe she's like, you know what? I give up and I'm gonna let it go.
I agree.
So then I'm like, did you do something, and were you not meeting her? Or are you like I said, for women, it takes a lot of like, like you have to. So maybe there's also like, are you helping at home? Maybe that was a turn off. Like then she's
Huge.
like, okay, I'm picking up slack at home and I'm not getting any help. I'm not getting help with the kids. I'm
She's
exhausted.
working full time.
I'm
like,
working full time. I have
maybe they
full
didn't
time
agree.
kids.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And then I'm tired. You're not helping it. But then at night you want something. Like,
Exactly. And
no, you're not gonna get it because I'm done.
Yeah.
Physically, I'm drained. I'm touched out. Like
Yeah.
when you have kid, like again, I don't know if they have kid or not, but if they had a kid, she probably feel like so much touched out. Like that's how I was when I had kid, and like my Ayan especially was on me for 4 months. Like he would not drink milk with Adit. He would not go to sleep if Adit tries to put him to sleep. He just wanted me for straight months, and I was like touched out. Like I was like, you know what? Can I have bed to myself for like at night? Like, and Adit would be like, okay, fine. I was like, just want my body to myself.
Yeah, it makes
So like it takes a lot. So I was like, also like, did you do something to make her feel good? Were you just throwing pile of work on her? And then she's like at that point where she's at that level now. She's like, you know what? Now I give up. And I'm not gonna meet you halfway if you're not ready to meet me halfway.
Yeah.
So we don't know the story.
We
if
don't.
there
We
is
don't know
yeah.
enough.
Because I'm trying to find the OP post, but since his accounts got deleted, all his
Yeah, and you're not
comments been
gonna.
deleted.
Yeah.
I hope they work on
The
their
comments
marriage
have been
and
deleted
save
because
it.
there was somebody asking or made a comment about the having a kid or not, and it doesn't seem like it. They do because I mean the order. I can't see the comment before because it was deleted, but one of the replies on there, he quotes saying, "Thank God they don't have a children."
Oh, but maybe they're still just assuming. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
they don't. We don't know. I can't go back on the comments to
Yeah.
look at it, but yeah.
But
I wish we had more story. But also now it makes me question like why did he delete his account?
Yeah, maybe they're working on it, and he wants no proof.
No
of it.
proof
Who
of
knows?
it. Maybe.
But even if they didn't have kids, like you still gain weight
Still
and
gaining
still
weight.
like
Yeah.
still go
That's
through
the other
mental
thing
health.
too. Like for a really long time, once I gained weight, I was like nothing, no matter what kind of clothes I wear, I would say like I didn't find like good about myself till like 6 months ago. Anything I wore, even when I get dressed, it doesn't matter. Even if my husband say, "You look good today. You look really pretty today. I like this outfit." I was like, I don't like it. Nothing felt good on me. So it also depends, like,
she might have got to that point where it's like, oh my God, I feel hopeless. Like I don't want to try in any area of my life.
mentally, if you don't feel good about yourself, you're not gonna.
One of the comments was like, "Yeah, just buy a plane ticket and leave the country."
Oh my
He's
god.
gonna send her a breakup text and be like, I'm out.
And then
be
just
happy, just
just
leave the
like
country,
text
be
you
happy.
like, hey, this is not working anymore.
Yeah. Yep.
Peace out, and then block her.
Yeah. And then she'll be like, where did he go?
Where did he go? And she'll just move on. Maybe she probably wants that. You don't know that.
Yeah, they just need
Maybe,
to
yeah.
either get therapy, be apart. I don't know.
Or move on or figure something out.
Yeah. They gotta do something.
But then she asked for Valentine's Day, that stuff, so it's kind of surprising.
Maybe she didn't. I don't know.
I don't know.
'Cause it's not like she didn't think anything was wrong because he's like, let's do this, let's do that, let's work on it this way. So we don't know enough. As always.
Also, I feel like even though your relationship is healthy, everybody should still try couples counseling.
I agree.
Before marriage too. Before marriage too. I think it's a good thing to have like couple counseling before you get married.
Yes.
To be on a same page.
I've seen a few people who actually went through counseling prior to getting married just to make sure they were compatible.
Yeah. I totally agree. You know what? Like, I mean, I didn't do all this, but I think this is going to be advice to my kids is that date for 2 years before you propose anyone. At least date for 2 years and then see if that's the person you want to be with. Then live with that person for at least 1 year and see if you're compatible. and then decide on getting married. And by the time you get married, you should have conversation about like how much student loans do you have? What is your debt? Credit card debt? What political support do you do? Like,
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
I don't know
um,
getting into politics.
do you? I know, but like you need to
It's
have that. No, it is
important.
very important in your
Very
partner.
important.
Like,
Okay.
are we on the same page or not? Because
Yeah.
later down the road, I have seen people getting divorced just because their political
Views are different.
views were different. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want kids or not? How many kids do you want?
Yeah. It's
Are
crazy.
you
Yeah,
gonna
the other
what?
stuff, yes, I
Yes,
agree.
and also if you're a woman and you want your kids to have their
Like the
name
whole kids
certain way,
planning and everything.
like how I want
How
it.
do you want to raise your kids? If you want a kids, how do you want
How
to
you
raise
want to
them?
raise a kid? Like, are you against? How are you gonna discipline your kids and
Yeah.
all that? Like, I think these conversations needs to happen. And if my kid, I would tell my kids, if you decide not to have kid, that should be the answer. This is it. You
Yeah.
should not get married and then find someone who doesn't want to have a kid, who wants to be child free, and then after marriage you're like, oh, you know what? Now I want one
Yeah,
kid.
you can't do
You
that.
can't do that. If you find someone child free to get married to, then stick to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hoping to change their mind.
Hoping to change
Yeah, that's
mind.
never gonna
Yes.
work.
It's
And
never a
if
good
you
idea.
no, and if you're a woman, um, I would say always have your and also finances. You have to discuss how are you gonna
Yes.
handle
yeah.
your finances, right? Like, I think couples should have their own personal account and then one joint account.
Mm-hmm.
All the bills gets paid from the joint account, and then you keep your personal account separate.
Typical.
And
Yes.
savings account. Yeah, but a lot of people, some people don't do that. Some people do that. So yeah, have your own savings,
That's
chair.
a really good advice. All the things you said.
I know. I think I'm
Listen to
missing couple.
her.
I think I'm missing, and obviously do the therapy before you get married too.
Did you guys do therapy?
No, I did not.
yeah,
But at
same.
this point, we were 10 years down the
Yeah,
road. So
you had the therapy all throughout.
I was
10 years.
like,
Collected all this.
I mean, I was like, I don't need therapy. I just trained him in this 10 years.
There you go. You molded him to your
course.
perfect
I
man.
molded him. Yes, for 10 years. I was like, I've worked on this guy. I have to marry him. I can't give someone perfect guy now. Like, come on.
Right.
Like,
That's
I
an
did all this.
investment.
It is an investment. 10 years. Damn.
Mhm.
Like, I can't believe we've been together for 18 years.
Yeah, almost 20 years with the
I
same person. Like,
know.
is mind-boggling.
It is. And we started dating when I was like 17.
Yeah, babies.
I
Little
know.
babies.
And I was just judging the 13
Well, you
and
guys didn't have a
15.
kid.
I mean, I didn't have kid, but like still, I still think I
waited
had
a
a kid
good-
at very early age, but I was in my 30s, so
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, please do all this
Do the
and
work.
travel. Oh yes, yes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you have to do international vacation, at least like 3 vacations to see if you're compatible. Cause oh my god,
See
if you
have
don't
fun.
travel similar, that's an issue too.
It doesn't have to be international.
Yeah, even just the
Yeah, domestic.
No,
yeah.
no.
I think and domestic is fine too because either way, one, you got to go with what you can afford. Two, whether if you do domestic, international, it also kind of gives you an idea what type of vacation that you're into. Whether somebody who will rather prefer go to the beach and relax, whether somebody would go sightseeing or hiking as their vacation.
Yeah. But that's the other thing, travel. See if you're similar in
Mhm.
traveling.
Because at that point, if you're not similar in any of the travel, then at that point you're like, screw this, I'm not going. We're not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
yeah. I agree. I totally
True.
agree. So all this stuff is, yeah, you gotta decide on that.
And if you are indifferent, then you got to we'll talk about
What's the middle ground
Yeah.
going to be?
what's the middle ground going to be, and okay, how much of each other's traveling you're gonna tolerate,
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna tolerate any.
Also, if you're a woman, you should also discuss if you're gonna change your name or not. And if any man tries to change, if
Good
any man wants
one.
you to change your name when you don't want to, that's a red flag too.
Agreed.
We
Okay.
didn't have that issue, so I'm good.
I know you guys had
Good.
same name. I hyphenated my
What?
name.
We had the same last name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So
Yeah.
that was not even a question.
Oh my god.
I
Although she hasn't changed her. So in Indian culture, the middle, like I think she mentioned before, the dad's name is the middle name, and after the marriage, the husband name becomes the middle name.
middle name, yeah.
In our case, I didn't. I could told her you can do whatever you want. So
Yeah.
she still has her dad's name as the middle name.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that what I did is like when I got married, I was like, I'm gonna hyphenate the name. So I'm still gonna keep my maiden name and his last name, but I got rid of middle name completely. So
Mhm.
like my dad's name was middle name.
Mhm.
After marriage, it's supposed to be Adit as my middle name, but I'm like, nope. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna get rid of
I
middle
love
name
that you did
completely.
that.
And then before we got married, me and him were talking about it. I was like, our kid's name is supposed to be whatever the first name is, and then their middle name should be Adit, because that's the father's name, and then last name is my husband's last name, right? I was like, well, that's not gonna happen because my kid is my kid too. If I'm doing all the work and my body is the one who's getting all the working done, then I should get some credit. So their middle name is my maiden name.
Good.
I was
That works
like,
out.
yeah. And that was like, I'm not gonna change that, or I'm gonna hyphenate their last name. So you decide.
Also, changing your last name is so annoying.
I know. I told
I
you.
don't know why I did this.
told
I'm so
you.
mad
Oh
at
my
myself.
god.
I'm still changing my last name on things like
Yo, the funniest thing was with me is like, so I changed my last name, guys, and my dad is like, oh, let me see, like, how did you change, like, because I did hyphenate and I was like first one to do hyphenate in my family. So my dad is like, let me see your ID, let me see. And he's like, wait, why is your middle name, my name is still your middle name? And I was like, oh snap, I forgot to take
Oh man, you forgot to
I
take that name
literally
out.
forgot to take the name out. And that at this point it's like Aayushi, my dad's middle name, and then my last name and his last name.
Johnny.
oh my
It's like
god.
4 things. And I was
Yeah.
like, shit, this is such a long name. And then I had to change it again to get rid of my middle name.
Was that hard for you to do?
No.
Really? They just did it?
So it wasn't hard.
I think the
No,
middle
so
name's a
like
bit easier to change
Oh,
than
no,
like
no,
the
no,
okay.
no.
last name.
So what she's trying to ask is because what happened was when I became citizen, U.S. citizen, that's when I got removed my middle name.
Mhm.
So when I had an interview for the citizenship, they were like, "Do you want to change your name?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to get rid of my middle name," and they did it for me. But when I got everything done, social security and my passports and everything was done, when I went to DMV, freaking PennDOT, I'm calling out on you. So they would not issue me ID without the middle name.
Yep.
They were like, you need
PennDOT.
to have middle name. And I was like, but I don't have a middle name anymore. And they're like, nope, you need to have middle name. I was like, if federal, like, is telling me, if like passport, I have passport, Homeland Security is saying they're okay with me not having
The
a
state
middle name,
to have
then
it
why
have
are you
something.
as a state asking me to have a middle name? And the guy kept on fighting with me, and I was like, I don't care. I have social security number, I have a US passport, I have passport card, I have citizenship, that's certificate that has no middle name. Why are you
Right.
forcing me? I was fighting, and then someone next to him is like, yeah, you can still do it without the middle name.
I wish I had you with me for my last name debacle.
I know. Remember,
know
I
you
kept
would've
on
fought
sending.
for
I was
me.
like, I was sending you. I was like, go argue
Yeah.
with them. Like, this does not make sense.
No,
like,
it
oh my
made
god,
no sense. If you have someone that has hyphenated last names, like
Yeah.
it's such an annoying process.
I know. I was like, she had to go like a couple times.
Yeah. It was
I
the
was like, you
worst.
know what? Fight.
I know,
Like,
I know.
argue.
I can't
like,
because
this does
everyone
not
was
make
looking at
sense.
me and
Yeah.
I just wanted to run out of there. So I did. And I cried in my car. I just
Oh,
cry
man.
about things like
I was-
that.
No, you know it. What? So her husband has hyphenated last name, and
Mhm.
she was gonna pick just one
His-
last name as his
Yeah.
last name, right?
Paternal last name.
And they're like, no, you have to take both. And she's like, I don't want to take both.
I'm like, his mom
That's
is not.
stupid.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Exactly,
I think I
right?
remember having this conversation with you
Yeah,
guys.
I think we did talk about it.
And I was like, people, couples make up their own last name
Yeah.
and it's okay to do that,
Mhm.
then why is this not okay?
It's
You're
crazy.
still taking a last name. But anyways,
Mhm.
guys, we are going over the time, completely off
Yeah.
topic, but we'll be back next week. If you like our show, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any good takes, please comment down below. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
Valentine's
Valentine's Day.
Day.